Happy Sentinels whenever the heck this comes out. Boy, have I got a surprise for you. Greater Than Games released a demo mod for Definitive Edition, and though I said I'm not going to be dealing with Definitive Edition stuff in my videos, this is not one of my usual videos. I'm just going to go ahead and play a game of Definitive Edition using the demo mod just to show you how it works. We've got Baron Blade as the only villain choice, we've got Insular Primalis as the only environment choice, I can put that over there a little bit, and then we've got Legacy, Wraith, Tachyon, Ra, Fnatic, and Haka for heroes. I'm going to play it without Legacy. And I'm sure these hands are going to get real crowded real quick, but we'll just deal with it. It's fine. Also, Chris Burton made these really nice HP tokens. We're not using those. We've got counters because that's how we do. You'll notice I have the rulebook open here to page 15 through about 17. Explain the new terms on the cards, and despite having playtested this game, I sometimes forget what the heck they do. So that is just mea culpa. So, Baron Blade's already been set up. You can see on the left side there, it's written like that, so you can just ignore it once you're ready to start playing. You just summon the mobile defense platform, which means you search the deck for it, put it in play, and then shuffle the deck. And yeah, I have shuffled the deck, shuffled that, I've shuffled everything. I have a feeling Baron Blade's deck is probably set up in the suggested first time play order, which is a thing, but I'm not going to do that, because spoilers, we're just going to go ahead and fuck him up the best that we can. So most everything about Baron Blade is going to be very familiar. When he would be destroyed, instead you flip his card. That's what that little symbol down there means. And at his start phase, if there are 15 or more cards in the villain trash, his Terra Lunar Impulsion Beam activates, pulling them into the earth. Game over. The mobile defense platform makes him immune to damage, and during the end phase, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion, play it, otherwise discard it. So he takes his play phase, and he gets a remote walking tank, -1 damage dealt to this card, and it deals some damage during the end phase. I'm going to have to cover up all the nice art, unfortunately, just because this is a little bit cramped. But let's grab one of these -1 damage dealt to tokens. Look at that. That's very nice. Oh, I can make it even bigger. Holy shit. Alright, end phase. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. It is a minion. Okay, that goes into play. After this card is played, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a device card, play it, otherwise discard it. So let's go ahead and do that. It is not a device, it was in fact considered the price of victory. So that's his first card in the trash. Jet Jump Battalion has 4 HP, and we continue on. This card deals the hero token with the highest HP, H energy damage. That is Haka, takes 5. And then the Jet Jump Battalion deals the H-2 hero targets with the highest HP, 2 energy damage each. That is Fnatic and Ra. I'm sorry, Fnatic, Ra, and Haka. I'm not used to playing with 5 heroes, so I'm probably going to get that wrong. Okie dokie, let's see here. I think we're going to try and ramp up as quickly as we can. So we'll play a Tayaha. Tayaha is pretty much the same card, still has the same power. It is, of course, an item instead of an equipment card. At the start phase, though, you can destroy it to destroy an ongoing card, which is very nice, because Haka never had any ongoing destruction. And, like, the thing about Definitive Edition, because I've gone through a lot of the changes made to canon heroes to try and get them to balance a little better in the game, because especially core game heroes like Haka and Legacy are just, you know, they're a little overpowered. In Definitive Edition, everything's balanced so that the Tayaha is not overpowered. So it's, you know, it's just a solid card. We'll go ahead and use that, hit the mobile defense platform, and I think I'll go ahead and hit the Jet Jump Battalion because he'll probably die first. And then he will draw a card. Nothing on his end phase, so that's cool. I guess I should show the character card looks really nice. Notice his Nemesis symbol has changed. It's now the pattern on his belt. Fnatic looks real good. I specifically really like Tachyon. I don't know why, but just that pose and the coloring and everything looks great. Okay, Fnatic. What's Fnatic got? I guess I'll go ahead and start with Sanctifying Strike, which normally would be a, I don't have anywhere to put trash. I guess trash is going next to the deck. Normally would be a pretty crappy card, but here it's somewhat useful. She deals a target 2 melee damage. I'll hit the mobile defense platform. I draw a card, and she heals 2. Pretty cool. Her base power now has changed. It's still called an Exorcism. She still deals a target 1 melee and 1 radiant damage, but then she deals herself 1 fixed psychic damage, which means that if there's any damage bonuses in play, it's still just 1 damage. So she's going to go ahead and, yeah, throw that on the mobile defense platform, hit herself, and then she gets to draw another card. End phase, nothing happens. Alright, Ra looks a little bit different. We are going to play by Flame Reformed, draw a card, summon the Staff of Ra. So that just immediately goes into play, shuffle the deck, and he gets +1 damage dealt. Like that. Whenever Ra would deal fire damage to a target, you may double the damage dealt after applying all other modifiers. Oh, I'm glad they clarified that. After you do destroy this card. So you can use it for one big blast instead of having another power. And now I can play another card. Let's play Consuming Flame. Ra deals up to 3 targets 2 fire damage each. For each target destroyed by this damage, draw a card. So it'll be 3 fire damage. We'll drop the Jet Jump Battalion, so he'll get to draw a card. Walking Tank for 2, Mobile Defense Platform for 3. Alright, and then we'll use his base power, which is unchanged. Deals a target 2, make that 3 fire damage. He'll take out the Mobile Defense Platform. Hooray! And he draws another card. Alright, Tachyon, what do you got? Blade can be damaged now. Alright, let's start with Expedited Efficiency. Draw a card, play up to 2 cards. That's a lot better than it used to be. Follow that up with Fleet of Foot. Each hero may draw a card, you may play a card. And, like, look at how the art has improved. Like, damn. It's clearly the same image as was on the original one, but it's so much better. I guess I'll play Pushing the Limits. So I want to get that out. Okay, so that was 1 card play. Now I can play another card. Let's play another Expedited Efficiency, because why the hell wouldn't we? Play up to 2 cards. HUD Goggles. So now HUD Goggles is great because it makes her damage irreducible, otherwise unchanged. I'll play Research Grant, and I've lost count at this point of how many cards I can play, so I'm just going to play the last card in my hand. She deals each non-hero target 1 irreducible melee damage, so that actually gets through on the Walking Tank, puts the first damage on Baron Blade. Her base power is much better than it used to be, because it's reveal the top card of your deck and draw or discard it. But I'm going to go ahead and use the Research Grant, draw to 3 cards, then discard a card. And then during my draw phase, I can draw an additional card. So see, I played 8 cards, and I still have 4 cards in hand. That's real good. That's the kind of power boost that these heroes have gotten, so that you can be basically firing on all cylinders from the start of the game. Okay, Wraith, what you got? Impromptu Invention. Excellent. I just drew that with Tachyon's card play. Draw a card, discover an item, and play a card. So, alright, draw. So for discover, we reveal cards on the top of the deck until we find an item. Oh, it was the utility belt. Okay, that works. Shuffle the other revealed cards into the deck. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. If you discover, and the top card of the deck is the card that you're looking for, you actually don't shuffle the deck. So let's see if I can back that up real quick. Okay, sweet. Yeah, Tabletop Simulator has a new, much improved rewind function. I'm very happy about that, because it was awesome. Okay, so, Impromptu Invention, yes. We draw a card, we discover an item, and it was the top card of the deck, is the utility belt, so nothing else happens. But I can play another card. Let's see, the utility belt gives me an extra power during my power phase, which I can use the power on the utility belt to set her up. I think I'm going to play Throwing Knives. Power number 1, she'll deal Baron Blade 1 projectile damage. Her base power stealth is now -1 damage until your start phase. So just straight up taking less damage instead of taking less damage the next time you get hit. But I'll use the power on the utility belt. I'm going to play a Smoke Bomb. So -1 damage dealt to hero targets, +1 damage dealt by the Wraith. If I was smart, I would have played that first, so let's say I did, because then she can actually hit the Walking Tank. He's got a +1, and we've all got -1 taken. Start phase, destroy this card. Alright, draw a card, and that was her turn. Kind of a very Wraithy turn, but somewhat different. So yeah, Insula Primalis gives us a Grazing Stegosaurus. 12 HP. Start phase, it lets us draw cards. End phase deals the target other than itself with the second highest HP 2 melee damage. So second highest, Blade's still the highest, second highest is Fanatic. So she takes 2, that's fine, she wants to take damage. Alright, Baron Blade has 3 cards in trash, so we do not lose. He plays a Living Force Field. Oh good, I've got some ongoing destruction. -1 damage dealt to Baron Blade. In his end phase, now he regains H-1 HP, so he's going to heal back to full. The Remote Walking Tank will hit the highest for 5, that is Ra. But he only takes 4. Well, that's right, Fanatic only took 1 because of the Smoke Bomb. And then Blade heals. Alright, we will have to get rid of that. I'm going to play Tomoko, give Haka -1 damage taken. Oh boy, his play field is going to encroach on Fanatics real quick here. During his draw phase, he can now draw an additional card. That's great. And then he'll go ahead and Tayaha, he'll take out the Remote Walking Tank, and he'll hit Blade for 2, and then he will draw 2 cards. So I see Fanatic drew Absolution. Let's go ahead and play that. The power is now Fanatic deals a target 3 melee damage. If she's at 10 or fewer HP, she also deals a target 2 fire and 2 radiant damage. It's freaking amazing. Need to get her to take more damage somehow. But she'll go ahead and hit Blade for 2 and draw a card. Okay, Ra. Let's play Blazing Barrier. That'll be good. Gives him a reaction. Ra deals the attacker 3 fire damage, destroy this card. Damn, that's awesome. So reactions are, let me actually look up the definition so I can read it correctly. When a hero target you control be dealt damage by a non-hero target, you may activate any reaction text on any card already in play that gives that hero target a reaction. Like powers, each reaction can only be activated once per turn, and obviously Blazing Barrier can only be activated once because you destroy the card, but regardless, and the attacker is the source of the damage that triggers the reaction. Alright, he will use his power to Pyre Blade for 2, and draw a card. Okay, Tachyon has a start phase thing now because of pushing the limits. She deals herself 2 fixed fire damage. So that's fixed, so the smoke bombs doesn't protect her from it, but that's okay. Let's see, let's start off with Fleet of Foot again. And then we'll go ahead and go into a blinding speed with that and destroy the force field. It puts them up to 5 cards in trash, not bad. That was my first card play. I can play 2 more cards. Let's do Expedited Efficiency. Draw a card, play up to 2. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to play Quick Insight, draw 3, discard 2. And then off of the Expedited Efficiency, I'm going to play the Sonic Vortex and just hit Blade for 3. And then with my, I think my last card play for my turn, we'll do a Lightspeed Barrage. She's got 12 cards in trash, so she deals a target 12 melee damage, and then shuffles her trash into her deck. So not quite the staying power of being able to hit things over and over and over again with big damage like you can in Enhanced Edition, but at the same time, that was 2 rounds of card plays got me 12 damage. That's such an improvement. I'm tempted to use the power on pushing the limits, but I would also like the extra card draw. Okay, so we'll go ahead and research Grant, draw 3, discard 1, and then draw 2 more. Nice. Okay, start phase. Smoke bombs goes away. I'm a little sad about that, but let's go ahead and impromptu invention again. Discover an item. Throwing knives. Alright, so number 1, it's the first card, so we don't shuffle the deck. Number 2, it's already in play and it's limited, so it goes into my hand. Play a card. I think I'm going to do leverage. Draw 4 cards, collect a card. So we will draw a butt ton of cards. Did not get what I was looking for, so we will go ahead and just find a card. Hey, micro-targeting computer, because I'm not dumb. I don't get to play it, but I also have a utility belt, so I'm going to play an item card. That'll be the micro-targeting computer, so that she can use throwing knives and hit Blade for 3. Nice. Okay, we didn't do anything to the environment. You know what? I should probably hit him for 3 as well. Alright, start phase. The hero with the fewest cards in hand draws a card, and that's Tachyon. Okay, Dinosaur Stampede. Shuffle the environment trash in the environment deck. Done. Discover 2 dinosaur cards. And then each dinosaur card deals each non-environment target 1 fixed melee damage. Oh my. So we discover 2 dinosaurs. There's 1, and they are both Velociraptor packs. Go figure. Top 2 cards, so once again, no shuffling. Alright, so each of the dinosaurs is dealing each non-environment target 1 fixed melee damage. Note, the Velociraptor packs deal +2 damage for each of the Velociraptor pack in place, so they're going to be dealing 3 damage to everything twice. First, the Stegosaurus hits everybody for 1, and it's fixed, so Haka's going to take the full damage. Ra's not going to react, because it doesn't have to be the first time you take damage. That said, I don't think it's worth dealing 4 damage to the Velociraptors, so we will just go ahead and take 6 damage. Yeah, well, Fanatic's happy about that. Of course, she's still the highest. Cripes. Alright, end of turn. Grazing Stegosaurus is hitting the second highest, which is Haka, who only takes 1. Velociraptor pack deals the non-Velociraptor pack target with the lowest HP to 4 melee damage. That is either the Stegosaurus or Baron Blade. I think we will send them after Blade, so they'll deal him 8 damage. This will be a quick flip, but first Blade gets to play a card. Powered Turret, +1 damage dealt by this card for each other device card in play. End phase, this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. Guess what's going to happen? Everybody take 1. Haka takes nothing. Okay, I think it is time for a Haka of battle. Now, the way the Hakas work has changed quite a bit. For one thing, they're ongoings, because you can't have cards whose effects last after they leave play anymore. So +1 damage dealt by Haka. At the start phase, you discard any number of cards, and Haka deals a target X melee damage, where X is the number of cards discarded this way, +2, then destroy this card. Remember, that's +2, +1. So we're going to go ahead and Tayaha. I'll hit the remote turret, and, let's see. I think maybe we will deal with some of the things and let either Tachyon or Wraith flip Blade. So let's go ahead and hit a Velociraptor. Draw 2 cards. Let's go ahead and Final Dive. This is unchanged, so she will pick up the powered remote turret, which has 3 HP, and fling it into the Velociraptors, which have 2 HP, and take them both out. That's pretty great. And then she will go ahead and use Absolution, hit the other Velociraptors for 3, and draw a card. Nothing in the end phase. Here we go. Ra's going to Inferno. Ra deals a target 4 fire damage. We'll send that to the Stegosaurus. Ra deals each non-hero target 2 fire damage. So 2 to them, 2 to the Velociraptors, and he will flip Baron Blade. He's now the armored mad scientist. We all saw that coming. Now it says when flipped to the side, destroy all villain ongoing cards and set his HP to 30. End phase, he deals a bunch of damage. It's now H melee to the highest, and then each hero target 1 energy damage. But that's it. He don't shuffle the trash in the deck, you just don't care about it anymore. He will go ahead and use his power to hit Blade for 3 fire damage. Draw a card. Alright, first Tachyon hits herself. She gets to play 3 cards. First, Fleet of Foot. Off of that, we'll play a Quick Insight. Draw 3, discard 2. Second card play, Fleet of Foot. Mostly because I want to charge Haka up. Playing off of that, let's do Accelerated Assault so I can get rid of that Velociraptor. Third card play, I don't think I did an Expedited Efficiency. Did I? No, I did not. Okay. Oh, let's do Expedited Efficiency. Draw a card, play 2 cards. First card play, Expedited Efficiency. Draw a card, play 2 cards. Quick Insight, draw 3, discard 2. Second card play for that, yeah, let's do Accelerated Assault. Ping, ping. Second card play for the previous one, we'll do Lightspeed Barrage. 14 melee damage to Baron Blade, and shuffle the trash into the deck. And now, I think we will go ahead and use the power on Pushing the Limits, which is Tachyon deals a target 3 melee damage, destroy this card. Soften him up, let somebody else take him out. Draw a card. Okay, Wraith. I don't see this game lasting too much longer. Let's do an Inventory Barrage. He never, ever, ever says, discard any number of item cards. The Wraith deals a target X projectile damage, where X is the number of cards discarded this way, times 2. I had 4 item cards in hand, so that will be 8, 9, 10 projectile damage, and we win. Short game. If I hadn't been able to do that, I would have dumped Haka's hand into Baron Blade's face. But there you go. That's how Definitive Edition works. The power levels are crazy high, so you always feel like you're at your best pretty much from the word go. There's nobody who didn't pull their weight. Nobody who didn't have anything cool to do. I mean, Fnatic picked up a remote turret and threw it at the dinosaur. That's awesome. Tachyon obviously had the flashiest turns, but Ra was dishing out damage, Haka was dishing out damage and taking damage, Wraith was dishing out damage. It's all good. So, if you look in the description of this video, there will be a link to a survey. Please go fill it out. I want to try out the Definitive Edition conversion guide. So we'll have one of these heroes, or Legacy if you want to see how Legacy works, an Enhanced Edition hero, a Cauldron hero, and a Custom hero. And we'll use the conversion guide. We'll fight Baron Blade and Insula Primalis again. Maybe I'll fight him on Advanced. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how well the old heroes and the custom heroes stack up against the new heroes. I think it'll be neat. So normally, this is where I would put a disclaimer at the end of my video, but wouldn't you know it, Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Demo Edition is a licensed greater than game product. Tabletop Simulator isn't, but holy shit.